How does it feel knowing that you have achieved so much success that people think you're an industry plant?
I mean, it's the biggest compliment ever, right? You when you hear things like that, you gotta give a nod to common sense versus lack thereof. You know, I had a conversation with my daughter one day, and she was asking a question and like debating off of the hypothetical of if something was real versus not. And I said, you know, everything is researchable if you really want to know it. If people really care and you really want to know things, it's very easy to go do some research.
Absolutely.
And actually, beyond easy, it's like, it's dumb proof today. Like Google has it so dumb proof that you can actually type in the dumbest version of a question and Google will correct your question and give you the right side of your question with the options for you to go find the thing that you're looking for.
That's right.
So if you really give a shit, you can go and see. I mean, the industry plant conversation is what? What is it? What does that mean? Like when you really break that down.
It means that's why I want you to tell your story. And I'm glad it was the story, like you said, the story's out there, people want to know. It means that somebody put you in this position.
Yeah.
And pressed the button.
Yeah.
And that's the guy.
Yeah. So when I say what does that mean, like what are we talking about? Right. So if that's the case, if success is that easy, how many different versions of that would you see to date? And by the way, wouldn't those be the stories that we're highlighting because they're all false? Like if that's the case, I mean, some things get so ridiculous that catch on, it's astronomically insane to process.
Does it bother you?
No, I could give two shits.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's why you don't hear me address shit or fire a bag of shit. It's like, you got time to address and talk and come back at people when you have time. I don't have the time. Like not because I'm an asshole, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time to give a rebuttal that or the energy to give that any type of outside thought. And like I said, if it's something that people are really curious about or people really wanted to know, it's great. Research it.
I got a list of things that are taking up your time. Correct me if any of these things have changed. One, people think you're in the Illuminati because you are not just a comedian, you're a businessman.
Yeah.
Let's just list some of these things. Heartbeat Productions.
Yeah.
LOL Network. We're serious. Grand Caramino Tequila. SBH Productions, which is our audio scripting company. Fabletics Activewear. Heavenly Heart, which is a health and wellness brand named after your daughter. Heart House, your plant-based food chain. You partnered with brands like Chase Bank, Nike. I was told you invested in DraftKings, and you're invested in Hydro, which is a rowing machine company. There are plenty of comedians who are just comedians. You are a businessman. Who or what contributed to that business acumen?
Early stages of growth, Jeff Clanagan. Jeff Clanagan, I want to say, is an asset that sparked my entrepreneurial side of thinking. And just from him saying or suggesting, hey man, instead of us going this way, why don't we do this ourselves? So taking the money from tour and using that money to fund our stand-up special, and then taking our stand-up special and distributing it through AMC. And when we did that, the big win, it just made me understand investment and return, right? ROI, the return on your investment. We took 750 grand, shot our comedy special, released it theatrically. It did like 9 million theatrically. Theaters take their cut. After the theaters take their cut, we get back our pie. I walked away with like close to $2.5, $3 million, right? Oh shit, my 750 turned into 3. That's investing. So how does that work? How do you grow businesses in a manner where you can invest and then ultimately see a return? Well, you gotta have businesses. You have to have ideas. More importantly, you gotta own shit. I started to understand the importance of owning shit by realizing how many people that do the same thing that I do that don't own shit. And it's no shot to any of them, but once we're done, right? Once we say goodnight and we're done doing the job that we've chosen to do forever, you got to look back. And when you look back, what do you see? Early on, I saw that studios had these amazing catalogs. And these catalogs are so dope. They're great. And the value of these catalogs for studios is significant because of the talent attached to them. And it allows the studios to leverage that talent, that IP, to go out, get more money so that they can go out, shoot, develop more IP of the same, ultimately to build that catalog so that that catalog is a definition and representation of their value. Their value continues to grow and jump based off of star power and works for hires that are fine with receiving the dollar at the early stage, but not being a part of it at the back. All right, so how do I fix that or be different in that regard? Well, I'm gonna own the one thing that I can at the early stage that I control. I own my live entertainment business for myself. If I decide to do comedy, I own this entity of comedy. That entity shoots a comedy special, I'm gonna own it, and then I'm gonna license it. Step, repeat. Okay, well, I can do this with other IP. I gotta create the companies, Heartbeat, Laugh Out Loud. Okay, the studios are partners, but make sure that we own a piece of the company with the studio. Well, we can't do that. Why not? Have we ever asked?
That's right. That's right.
Have we ever asked for an unconventional deal? If we do ask for that unconventional deal, let's see what the return is. Let's see if they jump up and say, okay, because you're a good partner. We actually had some good partnerships in the early stages that weren't afraid to take those jumps. Lionsgate was a great partner with Laugh Out Loud. We did great business. Lionsgate then allowed me to buy Laugh Out Loud back in full when they didn't want it. I took Laugh Out Loud, merged it with Heartbeat. All right, I got one big entity now.
Wow.
So now let me start to push things under the machine. I want to push and shovel anything I do under the machine. It all has to come through Heartbeat. And through that, let's see how much I can own versus what I can't.